Hello everyone, welcome to EVE Talk, your weekly look at the EVE Online markets. No video yesterday, sorry about that, but the battle for New Caldari took quite a bit longer than expected. Well, not totally unexpected, it's also partly why I did both a civilization video yesterday and then the live stream of a small pre-event in Luminaire. But I am going to try and make both this EVE Talk and an after report of the battle for Caldari Prime today and get them both out today. Maybe the second video will only be out on Sunday and then I'll move Dota to Noob View. Yeah, it just took quite a few hours of just being online and trying to record stuff, which wasn't easy. That's why the schedule is a bit erratic for this weekend. Anyways, we're here for the market on EVE Talk, so let's get that going with Tritanium, which if I look at those prices, 561, 562 for sellers, that's going down. Yep, definitely visible on the chart as well. Tritanium is knowing quite a downward movement, heading towards 5.5 ISK, which is not that good for miners. Let's hope that all the ships destroyed yesterday can turn that around. Let's have a look at Pyrite, which is also going down after reaching a top though of almost 16 ISK. Let's have a quick look at prices in station 1478, 1461. So yeah, it's definitely down quite a bit. Let's see what Mixalon is doing. 47 for the sellers, yeah, 47.16. And 46, almost 47 for the buyers as well. So that's going down equally. Yeah, the real high sec, the easiest minerals are going down. Pretty interesting. Let's have a look. Before I forget, someone has been asking me for a few EVE Talks now to take a look at the normal battle cruisers. So I'll do that right now. Let's have a look at some of these charts. Not a lot visible on the Harbinger. Here is the Oracle, which I don't think has changed, but the Prophecy, it's not that visible, although you can see an uptick right there, maybe more visible on the 3-month chart, an uptick right here. February up to March, which is a really sharp uptick right here on the 5-day moving average. So it should be noted that the costs of producing some of these ships has been going up, although on the tier 3 ones like the Naga, these are going down, strangely enough. Let's have a look at the Brutix. Up a little, but it's not that visible. Yeah, the Myrmidon knows this spike here as well, because it did get more drone bandwidth. Definitely got a buff on the Myrmidon, but it's been settling down quite quickly actually. The Talos here, not that visible either. Let's have a look at the Cyclone. Yeah, you can see that 5-day moving average spike up, but all in all I would say that the rise is not that pronounced. It's not that that sharp or anything like that. The Hurricane even, you know, you can see the 5-day moving average taking a serious dip here at the end. Starting the 3-month chart at almost 50 million and ending it below 40. So yeah, it's definitely not all the battle cruisers that have gone up or down or something like that. Most of the tier 3 ones seem to be moving down quite a bit, where some of the better ships, the ships that got most buffs, like the Cyclone, went up quite a bit, and the Myrmidon as well. Bad chart there. Maybe on the 6-month chart, nope, still bad data point. Did know some spikes, but it's really, didn't the Ferox get a decent? It's not that visible. I'm not so sure the Ferox got a good buff either. I do know that the Drake, that one did alright, because in the end the changes to the Drake did mean an increase in firepower in DPS, despite losing a launcher. And here on the Prophecy you can see it as well, which has become a very nice drone boat, whereas the other ones like the Harbinger, that one's gone down quite a bit. I think it got a nerf actually. So yeah, it's not just production cost that has been dictating the price of normal battle cruisers. That much is obvious. The type of changes that have hit these battle cruisers have also greatly impacted their price, and some of them have even gone down significantly. So let's have a look at the Maelstrom. I am interested. That one seems to be holding up on the 3-month chart, and a 1-year chart decently flat as well. Although you can see maybe it going down just a little bit at the tail end. So it's going to be interesting to see what Tech 1 ships and modules will do as minerals seem to be dropping. Let's have a quick look at Zydrine. Yeah, maybe a small drop on that one visible as well. Noxium is high sec 2. That one's holding up a bit. It's also a lot more rare than stuff like Tritanium, Pyrite and Mexalon. So that's gonna be it for the Tech 1 market. As I had expected a larger move up in the normal battle cruisers, because yeah, there was such an insistence on checking them out, but overall I think damage is limited, and the upswing is also limited to the battle cruisers that have gotten a nice buff. Moving on to Tech 2 markets, the Guardian, yeah, that's completely slowed down. I'm a bit surprised by that. 123, 6 million ISK margin, 124 actually to 130, so 6 million ISK margin. A lot less volatility to be seen here. Let's have a look at some other logistics cruisers. Where are they? Right there. The Basilisk, that one knows a bit more movement, might be better. 123.5, 130.8, yeah, 7 million, but still not the 10-13 million we had before. 127, 131 for the Oneros, that's even closed quite a bit. 131, 134, absolutely nothing. Yeah, for some reason the Tech 2 market, the Oneros has been doing half decently for some trade opportunities, but it's really the only one. All the other ones are a lot quite flat compared to what it was before last year. So that's a bit disappointing for traders, I think. I'll have just a quick look at the command ships then to see how those charts. Well, it's really hard to say. I'm not seeing a lot. Well, I'm seeing some volatility on some of them. So there you go. Look at that, at the Vulture. Those are some pretty big spikes over the months. Yeah, that looks pretty decent as well. The EOS right here. The Astarte, well, the 5-day moving average knows some serious spikes. So for some reason, I can't be sure what it is, the cruisers, the logistics cruisers market has cooled down quite a bit. I would say that could be because Tech 1 logistics have become more viable. So they're not as unique anymore, and I would say keep an eye on the command ship market for now, because if there's any trade money to be made, I would say you'd have a better chance on some of these command ship charts than on the logistics cruisers at the moment. So yeah, that I think I'll change my own outlook on what I'll check from the logistics to the command ships, just because, yeah, the logistics ships don't seem to be moving up and down anymore that much, and that's not so good for trading. So let's move on to the Tech 3 market. Melted nanoribbons 5.5, 5.6 probably still. Is it still going up? Yeah, in station prices 5.8. For the sellers, so nanoribbons do seem to be going up. Let's have a quick look then at the charts for the strategic cruisers. There we go. The Legion still going down, the Tengu still going down, the Proteus holding on, but yeah, at the tail end I'm seeing just a small trend downward, and then the Loki same thing, holding on nicely, but still a downtrend. That's a bit surprising, that the actual hulls are still going down, whereas the melted nanoribbons have been going up for a bit now. We'll still have to wait and see a bit if it's just a delayed impact, or if it means that the actual supply of ships is still doing pretty well, whereas melted nanoribbons might have gone down a little bit. Might be some speculative prices here as well. It's a bit surprising that the Tech 3 hulls are not following the melted nanoribbons as closely as I would have expected. So that's still pretty interesting. but I wouldn't put any ISK in the Tech 3 market at the moment. So obvious I don't actually know it that well just yet. I'll need to do some more research on that. And let's end up with the Plex then. That's a bit hard to tell. Let's have a look at a 3-month chart. It's going flat a bit, just below 520. Let's have a quick look at prices in station. Buy orders 506.5, sell orders 516. Yeah, the bottom of 500 was called correctly by whoever it was, can't really remember. But I do think we have seen a bottom at this point. It's going to be interesting if we get some announcements about the summer expansion, if this will have an impact on the Plex prices. Keep in mind also that there have been a lot of Plex sales, so that might have increased supply up to 500 million. And I do expect that this will have been the bottom. We'll have to wait and see if I'm correct on that. But as most of you probably know by now, I have 7 Plex bought on average below 500 million. So I'm looking to make some good money on Plexes from those purchases right here at that low point. I hope I have it timed correctly. Yeah, that's it for this Eve talk actually. I'll see you all next time.